Genoa City is no stranger to tension, betrayal, and dangerous decisions, but the week of October 13th to 17th, 2025 promises to raise the stakes higher than ever. With Kyle Abbott teetering on the edge of a monumental mistake and Kane Ashby's temper ready to detonate, relationships and alliances will shatter in ways no one saw coming. Add Victor's scheming, Phyllis's restless curiosity, and Audra's calculated seduction, and you've got a week that will leave even longtime fans clutching their remotes. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's dive deep into what's coming and how each twist could change the course of the young and the restless forever. Kyle's risky move: business or betrayal? Kyle Abbott has always walked the thin line between brilliance and self-destruction. This week, that line blurs beyond recognition. After weeks of tension brewing at Jabot, Kyle grows increasingly frustrated with Jack's cautious leadership and Diane's meddling influence. He believes Jabot is stagnating, too reliant on legacy and not enough on innovation. But when a mysterious investor offers him an independent venture that could rival Jabot's newest skincare line, Kyle sees a chance to prove himself as more than Jack's son. The offer? A shadow deal through Tucker McCall, the one man who knows exactly how to manipulate an Abbott. Tucker tempts Kyle with a new partnership that promises freedom, fortune, and the thrill of being in charge. The catch? Kyle must quietly provide Tucker with insider intel from Jabot's development pipeline. At first, Kyle resists. But after a heated argument with Jack, where his father accuses him of being impulsive and immature, Kyle's pride kicks in. He agrees to meet Tucker behind closed doors at the athletic club. The scene unfolds with movie-like tension. Rain pelts against the windows. Tucker leans back with that devilish grin, and Kyle's jaw tightens as he slides a folder across the table. "Consider this a gesture of good faith," he says, though his hands tremble just enough to betray his guilt. Kyle knows this move could cost him everything: his family, his job, even Summer's lingering trust, but ambition blinds him. What he doesn't know is that someone's watching. Audra Charles, the queen of corporate manipulation, spots them from a corner booth. Her lips curl into a knowing smile. She doesn't need to record the conversation. The sight of Kyle and Tucker together is already enough ammunition to unleash chaos when the time is right. Kane's explosive outburst: old wounds reopened. Meanwhile, Kane Ashby is back in Genoa City with fire in his eyes. After a long absence, he's returned under the pretense of checking in on old friends, but it's clear he has unfinished business. Specifically with Billy Abbott. The tension between Kane and Billy reignites at Society, where Billy is celebrating a new marketing win for Chancellor Winters. What begins as casual conversation quickly spirals into a verbal brawl. Kane accuses Billy of stealing his second chance years ago, of spreading rumors that cost him his position, his reputation, and nearly his family. Billy, trying to play it cool, laughs it off, but his smirk only fuels Kane's fury. "You think it's funny?" Kane growls, stepping closer. "You ruin lives and move on like it's nothing." "Not this time." The restaurant goes silent. Even Lily, caught off guard by Kane's sudden aggression, tries to defuse the situation, but Kane's emotions are raw. His outburst isn't just about Billy, it's about all the resentment he's bottled up for years: losing Lily, losing his children's respect, losing himself. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then, in a shocking twist, Kane reveals he has proof that Billy recently made a deal with a competitor to undermine Chancellor Winters' expansion into Europe. Billy denies it, but Kane insists he has the documents. "You're not the golden boy anymore," he sneers. "You're a fraud, and I'm going to prove it." As security intervenes, Kane storms out, leaving Billy rattled and Lily torn. For the first time in years, she sees that Kane isn't just bitter. He might be right. Summer and Claire, a friendship fractured. Elsewhere in town, Summer Newman and Claire Grace's uneasy friendship hits a breaking point. What started as mutual support during Kyle's turbulent moods has now turned into quiet competition. Summer confides in Claire that she suspects Kyle's been hiding something. She's noticed the late-night calls, the vague excuses, and the cold distance in his eyes. Claire, trying to stay neutral, advises Summer to give him space. But when Claire is later spotted chatting with Kyle outside Crimson Lights, sharing what looks suspiciously like a comforting hug, Summer's heart sinks. The next morning, Summer confronts her. "Were you comforting him?" she demands, "or covering for him?" Claire insists she was just trying to help, but her hesitation tells another story. The confrontation is emotional, raw, and filled with the kind of restrained fury that only betrayal can spark. Summer warns her, "If you're lying to me, Claire, you'll regret it." Unknown to both women, Audra has been quietly observing their fallout too, and she's loving every second. With Kyle's secret, Summer's jealousy, and Claire's guilt, Audra sees a perfect storm brewing. And she plans to steer it right into Jabot's boardroom. Victor's strategic countermove. No week in Genoa City would be complete without Victor Newman pulling the strings. While chaos brews elsewhere, Victor is focused on securing his family's legacy, especially after hearing whispers about Tucker's latest plot involving Kyle. Victor's investigation leads him straight to Adam, who's been suspiciously quiet lately. Adam insists he's staying out of business politics, but Victor doesn't buy it. "When my enemies start circling," Victor warns, "I expect my son to be in the boardroom, not sitting on the sidelines." By the end of the week, Victor makes a bold decision. He plans to acquire a stake in Jabot for protection, he claims. But everyone knows this is more than business. It's Victor Newman reminding Genoa City that no one makes a move without him noticing. Phyllis in dangerous territory. While others play chess, Phyllis Summers is playing with fire. She's been sniffing around Tucker's dealings, convinced he's hiding something big, and as usual, her instincts are dead on. Phyllis intercepts an encrypted message between Tucker and an unknown contact about a strategic leak. Her curiosity gets the better of her, and she enlists Daniel to help decode it. What they uncover stuns them both. The leak appears to involve Jabot's confidential product designs, and the trail points straight to Kyle Abbott. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Phyllis faces a moral dilemma. Does she expose Kyle to Jack, potentially destroying the family, or use the information to leverage her own return to power at Jabot? Knowing Phyllis, it's not a simple choice. Her compassion battles with her ambition, but when Audra corners her with an offer to share intel, Phyllis's scheming side awakens. "Why not make a little chaos?" she muses. "It's good for business." This could mark the start of an uneasy alliance between two of Genoa City's most dangerous women. Audra and Phyllis, working together? That's a storm waiting to happen. Nikki and Jack, old souls, new struggles. Amid the chaos, Nikki Newman and Jack Abbott find themselves sharing quiet moments that hint at a deeper bond. With Victor consumed by corporate wars and Diane distracted by family drama, Jack and Nikki's friendship turns unexpectedly intimate. A late-night conversation at the Abbott mansion reveals their mutual loneliness and shared nostalgia for simpler times. Nikki admits she's tired of being the peacekeeper in her family, and Jack, in his quiet empathy, confesses that he's scared of losing everything he's rebuilt. There's no kiss, at least not yet, but the chemistry is undeniable. The spark between them feels both comforting and dangerous, especially with Victor lurking nearby. If this connection deepens, it could reignite one of Genoa City's most scandalous rivalries. The aftershocks, lies, leverage, and looming war. As the week reaches its crescendo, the threads of deceit begin to intertwine. Audra's smirk grows wider as she plays each player against the other, feeding hints to Phyllis, whispering half-truths to Tucker, and nudging Kyle just far enough to make a catastrophic mistake. By Friday, October 17th, all hell breaks loose. Phyllis arrives at Jabot with a USB drive in hand, proof of Kyle's secret deal. Jack, blindsided and heartbroken, confronts his son in front of Diane, Billy, and the entire board. "You betrayed your own family for a quick win?" Jack's voice cracks with fury and disbelief. Kyle tries to defend himself, insisting he did it to modernize the company, but no one buys it. When Diane leaps to his defense, Jack snaps, "You've protected him into disaster." Tucker, meanwhile, watches from the sidelines, his grin widening. His plan worked perfectly, Jabot's unity is crumbling, and the Abbotts are imploding. And just when it seems things can't get worse, Kane drops his next bombshell. He releases the documents proving Billy's backdoor deal, live-streamed during a press conference meant to celebrate Chancellor Winter's success. Billy's credibility shatters in an instant, and Lily is forced to take control, torn between loyalty and justice. Audra's triumph for now. By the end of the week, one person stands quietly victorious: Audra Charles. She's played the board like a violin, turning Kyle's pride, Phyllis's curiosity, and Tucker's greed into weapons. With chaos engulfing both Jabot and Chancellor Winters, she's already planning her next move, a corporate alliance that could make her one of Genoa City's most powerful figures. In a chilling final scene, Audra stands on the Grand Phoenix balcony, phone in hand, whispering into the night. Step 1 is complete. Now we watch them burn. Who's she talking to? That's the million-dollar question. Could it be Tucker? Victor? Or someone entirely new, an unseen puppet master pulling strings from the shadows? What's next for Genoa City? The fallout from this week will ripple through every family, every company, and every heart in Genoa City. Kyle faces the consequences of his betrayal and the possibility of losing everything he thought he was fighting for. Kane's outburst may just open the door for his redemption or his destruction. Summer must choose whether to forgive Kyle or move on completely. Phyllis and Audra's alliance could either be their greatest power play or their mutual undoing. Victor won't stay quiet as Jabot implodes. His next move could redraw the corporate map of Genoa City. By the end of October, the Abbott, Newman, and Chancellor families will find themselves in an all-out war for power, truth, and survival. And if this week is any sign, no one, not even the most cunning, will come out unscathed. Final thought. The week of October 13th to 17th, 2025, delivers everything fans love about The Young and the Restless: explosive secrets, emotional confrontations, and that perfect balance of heart and havoc. Kyle's risky gamble may be the spark, but the inferno it unleashes will consume the entire town before the dust settles. As Victor might say, in Genoa City, loyalty is the rarest currency of all. And this week, everyone's going bankrupt. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.